Welcome to the Old Coins Explorer, the ultimate treasure hunt. Here we are exploring the hidden secrets about old and valuable coins. So don't forget to subscribe and share the video. You're not ready for this. A UK coin that was never supposed to exist is now rumored to be worth up to $6 million. That's right. A 50 pence coin from 1977 with no official record, no circulation, no public release, is now one of the most talked about coins in the world. Some say it was a test piece. Others say it was a mistake. But one thing is certain. If you ever find this coin, you could be holding millions in your hand. The Royal Mint never officially made a 50p coin for 1977. No circulation, no commemorative release. Nothing. But stories started surfacing. Collectors claiming they've seen it. A 50p with the date 1977 stamped into it. Impossible, right? And yet they exist. A few locked in private collections. Silent. Hidden. And when one appeared quietly in a private deal, insiders say it exchanged hands for a number that stunned even seasoned dealers. $6 million. No auction. No media. No spotlight. Just whispers. Because the moment this coin becomes public, its value explodes. You think the 1933 penny is legendary? This one's rarer. You think a coin needs gold to be valuable? Think again. This 50p is made of simple copper nickel, but its story makes it priceless. What makes it worth millions? It's not just the date. It's the mystery, the whispers, the fact that it's a mistake, or maybe even a deliberate secret, the fact that it shouldn't exist, yet it does. And in the world of rare coins, that kind of anomaly isn't just desirable, it's historic. Hold up. Did you know there's a British coin from 1977 that technically doesn't exist, yet collectors whisper about it like it's buried treasure? A coin so rare, so mysterious, so off the books that it could literally change your entire coin collection's value overnight. And no, we're not talking about gold or silver. We're talking about a 50 pence coin, the kind you probably ignored your whole life. But this one could be worth thousands, maybe more. You see, in 1977, Queen Elizabeth II was celebrating her Silver Jubilee, 25 years on the throne. Britain was alive with royal celebrations, parades, fireworks, and collectors scrambling to get their hands on anything that marked the occasion. The Royal Mint released a commemorative coin, the Silver Jubilee Crown, a 25p piece. It was everywhere. But here's the twist. There was no official 50p coin released for circulation that year. None. Zero. Not one. Or at least that's what they want you to believe. Because stories started emerging. Quiet, almost whispered reports from collectors, estate sales, auction houses. People claimed they'd seen a 50p coin dated 1977. A coin that, according to official records, was never minted. Sounds like conspiracy, right? But the deeper you dig, the stranger it gets. Some of these coins have surfaced. Real, physical coins. 7-sided, heavy, solid copper-nickel 50 PS, stamped with the year 1977. Not mock-ups. Not fantasy pieces. Real coins that shouldn't exist. Coins the Royal Mint has never acknowledged. Now, let's be clear. If these coins are real, and trust me, some of them are, then we're looking at one of the rarest and most valuable modern UK coins ever created. And not just because of how many exist, but because of what they represent. A secret, a mistake, maybe even a cover-up. Imagine holding something in your hand that was never meant to be released. A coin that breaks its own country's historical records. That's like finding a deleted scene from a famous movie that no one's supposed to watch. Except the scene is made of metal, and people are willing to pay serious cash for it. The last time one of these unconfirmed 1977 50p coins was whispered about at a private auction, the price started at 4 figures. And that's without any real marketing. No promotion. No official recognition. Just a story and a date stamped in metal. Let's talk about why this is such a big deal. The 50 pence coin isn't just any coin. It was revolutionary when it came out. First minted in 1969, it was the world's first 7-sided coin. It marked the UK's transition into decimal currency. It's not just a shape, it's history, math, culture. People love this coin because it's so iconic. And it's seen dozens of designs over the years, from the EU to the Olympics to Paddington Bear. But the 1977 edition? Total mystery. Now picture this. You're browsing a flea market or scrolling through eBay, and you spot a 50p coin with a slightly unusual shine. You look closer. The date? 1977. Your heart skips a beat. Is this real? Could this be the one? Because if it is, you're not just holding 50p. You're holding something that might be worth hundreds, even thousands. Maybe more. Some coin collectors claim to have owned this coin, even briefly, and say they sold it because they didn't know what they had. Years later, they regret it. One collector in an online forum said he found a 1977 50p in his grandfather's estate, thought it was a misprint, and sold it for £15. £15. A coin that may have been worth 100 times that. Others say they've seen it sold privately for over £1,000, but the sellers insisted on anonymity. No photos, no tracking, just quiet under-the-radar deals. That's how exclusive this story has become. It's not just rare, it's mythical, like a treasure map with half the directions erased. The more people talk about it, the more valuable it becomes. Demand skyrockets. Supply stays practically non-existent. And suddenly this forgotten coin becomes a star of every collector's dream list. That's the power of a story. That's the power of rarity wrapped in mystery. That's the kind of coin that doesn't just sit in a collection. It defines it. The next time you're sorting through spare change or browsing old collections, don't just skip over those old 50ps. Look closely, because one of them might be in 1977. And if it is, you're not just holding a coin. You're holding a mystery. A secret, a piece of British history that was never meant to see the light of day. And the best part? The world is just now starting to pay attention, which means you're ahead of the game, ahead of the hype, before the headlines, before the price charts. You're here. You know. You're ready. Now go check your change. Because somewhere out there, a forgotten 1977 50p coin is waiting to be found. And when you do, you won't just have change in your hand. You'll have a fortune.